Danilo, how are you finding your time at MK Dons at the minute? Things on the pitch seem to be going well, and then they seem to be not going well. It's sort of a mixture of both at the minute.
Yeah, I think it's been a very much roller coaster ride since coming into the club. I've had some good moments, obviously scoring a few goals since arriving here, and we've picked up a few good results. But then, as football does, it kind of when you're high, it kicks you back down. And yeah, that's what we've kind of experienced the last few weeks. Kind of some very good results, some very bad results, and I think that's just where we are at the moment as a club.
You've obviously come in from the outside in January, and you would have walked into the dressing room and thought, "God, this is a serious dressing room." But I think you probably, along with everybody else, kind of scratching your head at why it's not clicking at the minute.
Yeah, I think like everyone says on paper, it's probably the best team in League Two, and that kind of famous saying of football's not won on a piece of paper. And yes, we've experienced it, and probably it's the first time in my career I think I've gone into a change rooms where you do really expect this team to kind of go out every weekend and win games of football, and it's just not happening at the moment.
You look like you're enjoying yourself out there, though. I mean, there are some goals that have come your way, but similarly, it's been kind of tough for the strikers all season long. For all the threatening to create chances, there's not many out and out chances that you're getting.
Yeah, I think I've enjoyed playing with some of the boys because obviously the quality they've got and the chances they can create when we do get the ball in the final third. And I think it's just been a very difficult year for everyone involved in the club, and I'm just going out now trying to score as many goals as possible and get as many good results towards the end of the season, so at least the club can finish on a bit of a high going into the summer.
That's massive, isn't it? Getting that momentum, getting that continuity to go into the summer, and just sort of hit pre-season running. Yeah,
I think it's massive. I think at the end of the day, the club hasn't got a set manager at the moment, and I know Gilbs touched on it the other day, but boys really are playing for contracts or playing to be part of potentially Glad's or potentially a new manager's plans for next season. So it's not a case of just down in tools and saying let the season peter out now. We've got to playing for our careers, and we're playing for a bit of pride as well.
And that pride is massive still, isn't it? None of the players want to just cruise into the end of the season for all that. The I suppose popular saying is on the beach, but yeah. No footballer actually does that, do they?
No, not one bit. I think it's an honour to be a footballer, and something which I'm sure many of them fans out there would die to put on the MK shirt and represent the club, and we're the lucky ones who've been chosen to do it. So we're playing for our own pride, but we're playing for them and for their club, and at the end of the day, we've all got to kind of pull together and kind of finish the season as well as we can to give everyone something to look forward to for next year.
As a lone player, you obviously come in and you may have half an eye on what Burton are doing, but do you sort of ingratiate yourself in Milton Keynes? Do you sort of consider yourself an MK Dons player until told otherwise?
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's it. You can't really look at, even though I'm on loan from them, of course I do check. I'm not going to sit here and say I don't, but you do check to see how they get on. But at the end of the day, Milton Keynes is the team I'm playing for, and it's the club that I want to do well, and I want to make sure we have a good end to the season and I can score as many goals as possible, and who knows what can happen next year.
Have you considered your future at all? I mean, I understand there's potential wranglings that you may stay, you may end up going back at Burton. Is that something you decide now, or what?
No, I'll wait till the end of the season. Like I said, score as many goals as I can, get as many wins for the team as I can, and then at the end of the day, the decision's not necessarily always in my hands as a player. You've got contracts, and one club wants this, one club wants that, so I'll just wait till the summer and wait till I'm told what's happening and kind of take it from there. But I'm just focused on the next game and the next few weeks for this football club.
It feels like we're all waiting to see what happens next. Certainly with the search for the head coach. Do you think having somebody set in stone or permanently in charge and announced in charge might give everybody that sort of time to settle down, or is it I mean, I know you're all behind Ben Gladwin as it goes anyway.
Yeah, I think the big thing about it is we're all behind Ben Gladwin, and change room absolutely loves him, and the energy he's brought and kind of his ideas and the way he wants to play football, everyone's bought into, and we've seen a turn of results. We've had some really good results under him, and obviously Saturday was really disappointing, and I feel like as a group of players we've let him down, we've let the management staff down, we've let the fans down with that performance, if I'm being brutally honest there, especially in the second half. And I think like I said before, we don't know if a manager's watching in the stands already going, taking notes, going I want him, etc, etc. So we've just got to play to possibly earn a deal for next year, some of the boys, or to stay here next year and not kind of be told the new manager doesn't want you. So I don't really think it matters if there's a manager, if it's Glad's for the time being. We've just got to go out there and put in performances we can be proud of.
I mean, no better place to do it than tomorrow night. Meadow Lane is a fantastic place to go and play football, but Notts County team, they're absolutely flying at the minute.
Yeah, no, definitely. I was lucky enough to go there last year when they were under Luke, and they were doing really well at the time, and I had two good games. We lost both games, bearing in mind, but they were two really enjoyable games of football, two really good footballing sides, and I'm expecting the same tomorrow night. The manager's gone in there, done really well for them, and you can see the results this year. They've been fantastic, but I think it could be a game which really suits us.
Well, that's it. I mean, when two styles like MK Dons and Notts County come up against each other, it can be a pretty decent game. It can certainly promise to be that anyway.
Yeah, no, definitely. I think it's going to be two real good sides who want to play football, both probably play in similar ways, but also slightly different. So we'll just see who comes out on top tomorrow night. But we're definitely going there with a bit of a bee in our bonnet to kind of put the result right from Saturday.